Okay, we're starting off in this little child's pose just to get the low back and the hips to kind of wake up. So I like to maybe wiggle a little bit, kind of shifting the weight from one hip to the other. Giving the forehead some time to come down and giving the armpits a little time to kind of melt open to the floor. And start inviting in that really big inhale, spreading open your ribs, your belly, your back. And a really big exhale. We want to think of cleaning out those lungs. And if you like, you can cultivate that ujjayi breath, that kind of a loud breath in your ear. Almost like you're dragging the breath across the back of your throat. And finding a long, smooth pattern breath. Give yourself some time to release any thoughts of responsibilities outside of this yoga space that we're cultivating here. We live in a culture of producing and doing and undoing and redoing, and we can let go of all that here. We can just be. And it's a wonderful place to be. And just let yourself notice how you're feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, tuning in and just looking with wonder at that landscape of yourself right here, looking with love. We want to keep our long, slow breath going, and we want to keep that focus on the moment as we begin to move. We'll just start to wake up with a little flowing, start to wake up the joints. Okay, start to reach the hands out away from your hips. And notice when the hands reach out, it's very tempting for the shoulders to kind of squinch up by your ears. But do your best to reach the hands away from your body, but keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So we feel some nice opening in the armpits and across the chest. Make a nice tiger claw grip with your hands, so really gripping that floor. And then go ahead and pull yourself up to all fours, okay? We're gonna find an extended or arched spine, okay? You're gonna think of moving your heart forward between your arms. You can look forward if it feels nice. And it's like your tailbone is kind of wagging up. We'll call this our cow pose. So take one more big inhale in your cow pose. Think of stretching open your torso in the front. And exhale back to your child's pose, back to your flexed or rounded spine. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. Again, inhale up to your cow pose, extend your spine, think of pulling your heart forward. And exhale, set it back to a child's pose. Two more just like that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child. One more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, child. Now we're going to take that mini flow and we're going to add something in, just one element. Here we go. Inhale to your cow. Here we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift the hips and the knees. Exhale to a downward facing dog. So you can keep the knees bendy if you like. Just a downward facing dog, inspired shape. Bring it back down to your cow pose, knees down, big breath in, pulling that heart forward. And exhale to your child's pose. So now we have a new little flow. Let's run through it 2 more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, tailbone up, downward facing dog. You can press the heels down here, but keep a little bend in the knees maybe. The legs aren't super warm. Inhale back to your cow shape, heart forward, extended spine. And exhale, child's. Waking up the joints. One more just like that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale back down to your cow. Exhale, child's pose. Let's add one more element in. Okay, going back through our flow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now here's where we're going to add something in. Okay, inhale the right leg up in the sky. Just lift it high as you like. You could think of pointing the toes down, keeping those hips level as you can. Exhale, set the right foot down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's. Now let's do the other side. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises up, toes point down, hips are level. Exhale, set it down, downward facing dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's. Now let's run through that 2 more times on each side, building some warmth, okay? Warming it up. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child. Inhale, cow. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's. Okay, one more on each side. Inhale to cow. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale to cow. Exhale, child. One more on the left. Inhale up, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, cow. And exhale, child's pose. Very nice. Warmed up a little bit in the joints. Okay, now let's transition to something different. We'll leave this little flow behind. If you just bring yourself up to hands and knees here, tuck your toes, go ahead and lift your knees and walk your hands all the way back to your feet. We're gonna take a moment just to fold, okay? Bend the knees very generously, hang your head, shake it out. You might even grab your elbows here, okay? And this way. Okay, inviting some spaciousness into the backs of the legs, into the back of your neck, hopefully feels nice along the whole back line of the body, that posterior chain. Okay, let's bring in a little twistiness. So release your hands here, parallel those feet so that legs are parallel, the feet are nice and underneath your hips, and we're going to roll it up. So push down into those heels, roll yourself up, stacking yourself nicely. We're going to reach out tall. Think of puffing your heart up to the ceiling. We're adding a twist in here. So with your exhale, twist over to the right. You're going to think of pointing your hips forward. So don't let your hips come along with the twist. We can look over that right shoulder. I want you to think of open your arms really wide to give a really big hug to someone maybe behind you. And coming back to center on your inhale, looking forward, maybe again, puff that heart upward. Let's twist it to the left. Exhale, twist to the left, look over that left shoulder. Make sure those hips are pointing forward. Big, open, wide arms. Inhale all the way back up to center. Puff that heart up. And with your exhale, bend those knees, hinging at your hips. Roll it all the way down. Okay, those palms are landing on the floor. We're going to walk the hands forward and find a downward facing dog. Take a moment here in your down dog. Walk it out. Walk your heels out. Shake your head. Yes. And no. And maybe roll over the tops of your feet. Get a little stretch on the tops of the feet. Okay, little details, little downward facing dog details. So again, remember your options in your downward facing dog. You can always bend your knees a lot in your down dog, and you can always drop down to your knees if you ever need a break, okay? And take breaks, modify, always listen to your instincts here, listen to your body. Okay, we're gonna start to build a little flow. So here we go. Okay, with your inhale, we're gonna get the right leg up in the sky. Start to keep those hips nice and level with each other. The right leg rises high. The hips stay nice and level here. Exhale here, draw your right knee forward. See if you could hover that right knee next to the right elbow. And then with that knee hovering there, see if you could swing the right foot forward to step it next to the right hand, okay? Drop the back knee here, coming into a little gentle low lunge. We're just gonna rock the hips back and forth. Just kind of waking up your hips, waking up your legs. You can even come up on your fingertips if you like to make it a little bit more spacious. So your spine can be long. And then start to play around with flexing that right ankle so that when you pull back in the hips, the toes point at your nose. And so you're going to feel a nice stretch along the back of the leg. Nothing too much, nothing stressful, just a nice little stretch. Okay, next time you come forward into the lunge again, let's just hold it there. Okay, start to sink into your lunge. So if you need to draw the back knee forward to make the hips come up a little higher, to make the lunge more gentle, you will. If you like a nice deep lunge, you take your knee back in the back, but the front knee is always going to be over the front ankle. Once you feel good about your lunge, start to press your legs down into the floor. So 2 legs pressing down into the earth with a little bit of strength. Doesn't have to be a lot. Once you feel stable in your base, in your foundation, use the right leg to press yourself up, okay? Remember, you can always come back down to the floor whenever you need. But I want you to keep a gentle push down in both legs, some resistance. If all is going well, get your arms up in the air, and we'll do some cactus arms, okay? So make your chest big and proud. Take a big breath in as you lift that heart up to the sky. With your exhale, you're going to stay up with your heart, but you're going to pull down with your elbows. Okay, cactus arms. Think of drawing your elbows down and back as if you could put those elbows together behind you. Should feel good in the chest and shoulders. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, reach it up, big cactus. Exhale, pull it down and back, tiny cactus. Should feel great. Okay, 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down. Now hold it here. You could stay right here. Maybe you like the stretch across the front. You could take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers with your right thumb on top, and think of moving those hands down as you lift that heart up. We'll take 3 breaths here. Maybe close your eyes. Keep pushing the floor down with your legs. 2 breaths. Last breath here. Let's let it go. Okay, drop those hands down underneath your shoulders. Tuck the back toes. Let's come out through a 3-leg dog. Okay, the back knee will lift. We're gonna send the right leg up in the sky. Big breath in as you stretch it up there. And then exhale, set that right foot down. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's take a little vinyasa, little vacation before we go to the other side. So inhaling here, move your heart forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists into your plank pose. Okay, just a note about plank. Remember, you can always drop your knees as long as your shoulders are over your wrists and your belly muscles are lifting up. It is a plank. Okay, as you're ready, walk to your hands and fold. Take a moment just to hang. Swing it out. Maybe join your hands behind your back like we did before. Right thumb over left. Hands move up. Head sinks down. Okay, nice mellow moment here. Letting the back of the body release and soften. As you're ready, we're going to release the hands if you joined them. Let's roll it up. Inhale here, come on all the way up. Reaching up tall, puff that heart up, just like we did before. Here's a little twist. Exhale, twist to the right, look behind you. Shine those hips forward though. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, hinge it all the way down. Okay, palms are coming down to the floor here. With your inhale, step your feet back through a plank. Remember, knees up or down is great. We're adding in a little cobra here. So exhale down to the floor. With your inhale, squeeze your elbows in, pull that heart up and open for a cobra shape. Remember to pull instead of push. And with your exhale, you can come up through hands and knees, or you can come up through a plank. I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. Let's walk it out here. We'll shake it off. March it out. Okay, roll the shoulders. Getting warmer in our down dog shape. Okay, let's lunge on the left. Inhaling here, let's get that left leg up in the sky. Exhaling here, draw that left knee forward, put it next to your left elbow. See if you could just hover it there and use that hovering knee to swing the left foot forward and step it by the left hand. Take your time there, you have tons of time. We're gonna drop the back knee and just start to walk the hips forward and back. Up on your fingertips maybe, so your spine can be nice and long. Just nice and gentle movement here. Nothing crazy, just waking up the hips. So you're going to start to play around with flexing that left ankle so that the toes point back at you. Getting into a really lovely stretch across the back of the left leg, kind of waking it up. Okay, coming forward into your lunge, start to settle in, okay? Remember to make any adjustments you need in your lunge. Some folks like to pad the back knee. Some folks like to bring the back knee forward so the lunge is really gentle, okay? Feel free to move the back knee as far back as you like, but we do want the front knee to be over the ankle, okay? Once you feel stable and grounded, start to push both of your legs into the ground. So just a little bitty push goes a long way. Then, after your foundation is rocking and strong, you're going to use that left knee to press up. Okay, keeping your lunge really strong in the legs. Always remember you can come down, but we're going to have the hands up here. So big breath in, puffing that heart up and open in big cactus. With your exhale, pull your cactus arms down. Pull those elbows back and toward each other. 2 more like that. Inhale, big cactus reach. Exhale, tiny cactus pull down. 1 more, reach up. And 1 more time, reach down. Now hold it here, opening up across the chest. Maybe stay here. Maybe join your hands behind. We want the left thumb on top this time. We think of the hands going down and the heart lifting up. Maybe close your eyes. Breathing in your shape. Pushing the floor with those legs all the time. One more breath here. And let it go. Drop those hands under your shoulders. Tuck the back toes, back knee up. Let's come out through a 3-leg dog. Left leg in the sky. Stretch it high. Feels nice to decompress that hip. And then exhale, set the left foot down. Downward facing dog. Okay, permission to take a child's pose break here if you need one. If you want to come along, we're going to do a little vinyasa, just like we did before. Should be familiar. Here we go. Inhale, move your heart forward. Find a plank, knees up or down, yogi's choice. With your exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Hug those legs close to you. Inhale to roll yourself up to standing. Mountain pose, Tadasana. With your exhale, twist. Shine the hips forward, look to the right and maybe behind. Inhale, stand up tall in the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist it all the way or fold it all the way down. Palms are on the floor here. Inhale, step back to your plank. Adding in your little Chaturanga, okay? Like we did before. With your exhale, come all the way down to the floor. With your inhale, pull that big cobra heart up, 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 up. Doesn't have to be big. It can be a tiny little shape. And exhale, back to your downward facing dog. I'll meet you there. Okay, walk it out. Okay, we're gonna play around with some warrior one. So here we go. With your inhale, right leg up in the sky. Exhale here, swing that right knee forward, just like we did before. Use that lifted right knee to step the right foot outside the right hand. But this time, instead of dropping the back knee, we're gonna drop the back heel. So spin the left heel down to the floor. Make sure that your left toes point forward-ish. And then you can use that right knee to press yourself up to warrior one. So let's get all the hands up here. Find your shape, your warrior one shape. You have plenty of time to kind of fidget it and make it just right. Let's check out the elements of our shape. We want the front knee over the ankle. And we want a nice 90-degree bend in the front knee. If we need to take a little break, we can always extend it, but we're trying our best to hold that 90-degree shape. The hips are facing forward, so are the shoulders. And that back foot is pressing down, very strong in the back leg. Okay, one more big breath here in your warrior one. Think of lifting and puffing your heart up. Keep your legs very strong. And with your exhale, drop your heart. You're going to swing your arms back. Think of looking underneath yourself. So dropping that head nice and low. Let's do that again. Inhale, swing your arms up and open. Warrior one. Big heart up. Exhale, swing your heart down. Reach those hands back. Keep the lower body really strong. One more like that. Inhale, all the hands up. And exhale, drop the head, reach the hands back behind, hold and breathe. So holding here, maybe interlace your fingers, right thumb on top. We're gonna move the hands up and drop the head down. If you need to drop the back knee here and take it easy, you can. If all is going well, push the floor with both legs and let that right hip get nice and warm. 3 more breaths. Humble warrior. See if you could drop your head a little lower. 2 more breaths. Moving that left hip forward, moving the right hip back for 1 more breath. Nice. Release your hands, drop them under your shoulders, pop up that back heel. Let's come out through a 3-leg dog. Inhaling here, right leg in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale here, the right foot down, downward facing dog. Okay, again, child's pose break is optional here. You could also come along on this vinyasa. Here we go. Inhale for your plank. Now maybe you put a little hop in here. As you exhale, maybe hop part of the way to your hands and walk the rest of the way. Yogi's choice. Hug those legs when you get there. This time we're coming up to a chair pose. So bend your knees. As you inhale, lift your heart, come straight up to your chair pose. Tailbone points down, belly button pulls back. Your chair can be low, your chair can be high. Exhale to twist over to the right, just like we did when we were standing. Inhale back to your chair, drop a little lower. Exhale to the left, twist. Point those knees and hips forward. Inhale back to chair, drop a little lower. And exhale, fold it here. Back to your fold. Hug those hardworking legs. Palms are down. Inhale back to your plank. Maybe you put a little tiny hop here and then step the rest of the way. Exhale all the way to the floor, knees down or not. Inhale, pull that heart open, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll meet there. Take a few breaths. Okay, walk out your downward facing dog shape. I like to take a few breaths here. It's getting a little bit warmer. Maybe 3 more breaths, just pushing the floor away, lifting that tailbone high and sending your heart toward the back of your space. In your downward facing dog, think maybe of drawing the elbows inward toward each other slightly, creating a lot of soft space around your neck and shoulders. So your neck feels very long and very soft. Maybe shake it out. Okay, as you're ready, we'll go to the left side. Let's see how this goes. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky, swing it up. Exhale, swing that left knee forward, hover it next to your left elbow, and use that lifted knee to swing the foot forward. Drop it by the left hand. Okay, we're gonna drop the back heel, the right heel. Make sure the right toes still point forward-ish. And then you can use the left knee to press up to warrior one. Okay, take a moment in your warrior one shape. You have tons of time to kind of fidget and adjust it. Your main elements are the front knee over the ankle, 90 degrees, okay? You want the hips and shoulders facing forward. We want a lot of strength into the back leg. The back leg is really pushing. We can't see it, but we know it's working for us. Okay, that's our foundation. So strong foundation, then we start to move and flow. Inhaling, lift your heart in your warrior one shape. Exhaling, drop your heart, bow forward humbly. Reach your hands back for your humble warrior shape. 2 more. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale down, humble but strong. 1 more. Bring it up. And bring it down. Now here's where we're gonna hold it. We can drop the back knee if we wanted this to be gentle, okay? If you're happy with your warrior legs, you hold them there. We're gonna interlace the fingers. We have the left thumb on top. The hands are thinking of moving up. The head is thinking of dropping down. Now push that floor with your legs. Let the left hip feel this effort. It's good work and we can breathe through it. 2 more breaths. Pull the left hip back, pull the right hip forward. 1 more breath. And release. All hands down under your shoulders. Pop up that back heel. Come out through a 3-leg dog. Left leg in the sky. And exhale here. Downward facing dog. Welcome back. Okay. Again, optional vinyasa, always optional vinyasa. Take a child's pose break if you need it, or come along. Here we go. Inhale for your plank, heart forward. Exhale to your hands. Maybe there's a little hop in there, who knows? And fold, hug those legs. We're coming straight up to that chair squat, okay? So bend the knees here. Inhale all the way up. Keep those hips facing forward, hips and knees. Exhale to the right twist. And inhale back to center, drop down into it. Exhale to the left twist. Inhale back to center, drop a little lower. And exhale, fold here, hug the legs, nice fold. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank, maybe there's a teeny hop in there. And exhale all the way to the floor. Now we're nice and warm. So with your inhale, maybe you come forward to a cobra. Maybe you press the tops of your feet down and lift your legs and your hips up. Either way, pulling that heart forward, maybe one more breath wherever you are. With your exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips, come on back. We'll meet here and we'll take a few breaths in downward facing dog, or maybe a little child's pose moment, who knows? Wherever you are, close your eyes, notice your breath. See if you could slow down the breath, maybe even slow down your heart a little bit. Pushing the floor with all your hands and all your feet. Tailbone rising high, heart moving to the back of your space. Okay, we've cultivated some nice warmth in this practice today. Well, let's see where we can take it from here. Some nice twisting, okay, in our future. Here we go. Okay, inhale here, right leg up in the sky. 3-leg dog. Exhale here, swing that right knee forward. Okay, hover it, step the right foot outside your right hand. And again, drop the left heel toward the ground. So drop the left heel. Okay, and we're going to use that right knee to extend and bend a little bit. So come up on your fingertips, maybe just extend and bend the right knee, just experimenting, okay? Just kind of free forming it, extend and bend. So I want you to find a comfortable extension in the right knee. There's no pain and it's definitely not going to lock out, but go ahead and extend the right knee as much as feels good for you, something that feels nice. Okay, take the left hand and walk it closer to the right foot. You can put it on the floor. You can even put that left hand on the right shin or foot if you want to. Find something that works really well for you. And then see if you can take that right hand and start to reach it up, twisting open to the right. So take some time, fidget in your shape. Some folks are going to want to shorten their stance here and bring the back foot closer. It's totally adjustable, so do adjust. But welcome to your revolved triangle, okay? Parvrita Trikonasana. Breathe in your shape. If you need a little break, you can bend the front knee. You can take a break. But if you're feeling pretty good here, I want you to think about lengthening your spine as much as you can, okay? The hips are still facing the front of your space, but your shoulders are now facing out to the right. Maybe you look up, maybe you look down. Breathing here. Okay, a nice twist. We're really wringing out the whole spine here, wringing out your organs. It should feel good. Okay, breathe with me here. Stay with me. We're going to bend the front knee, that's the right knee, a bit more than we have it. Okay, we're going to spider walk the left hand out about 12 inches in front of your front foot. And then let's try a few times. Maybe we have to try a few times, no problem. We're going to try launching that back leg, that's the left leg, up into the sky. And if you run into the wall like me, you're gonna have to back yourself up a little bit, okay? Maybe you try launching a few times, okay? But we're gonna get that left leg up into the sky. Hold and breathe in your revolved half moon shape. So keep in mind, if you need to drop the back foot, take it easy, you will. The right leg, that's the supporting leg, is really bendy. We can bend it as much as we like, the right knee. But the left leg, I want it to be strong and long. So think of stretching out through that left leg, still facing to the right, holding and breathing. How about 3 more breaths here? We can do it. Really opening up the shoulders to the right. 2 more breaths. Letting that warmth build for 1 more breath. Okay, bring yourself down very carefully. Drop the back foot. Drop the right hand. Okay, you're back down in a lunge shape. So let's come out through a 3-leg dog. Inhaling here, right leg up in the sky, stretch it high. Maybe look at your hands, kind of opening up that heart, who knows? Okay, exhale here, drop that right foot, downward facing dog, welcome back. Okay, optional vinyasa, here we go. Inhale for your plank. Exhale to your hands, hop or step, yogi's choice, and fold. Straight up to your chair pose, inhaling all the way up to your chair. Exhaling to the right, big twist. Inhaling back to center and lower. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling back to center and a tiny bit lower. Exhaling all the way down. Hug those legs. Palms are down here. Back to your plank on your inhale. Maybe there's a little hop in there. And exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale for your cobra. Maybe your up dog. Who knows? Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, take a few breaths here. We just have 1 more side. And then we'll bring our energy back down to the floor and cool things down. And get a little bit more stretchy. Okay. Here we go. Inhale here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale, swing that left knee forward. Step it outside the left hand. Drop the back heel here, spinning that right heel down to the floor. And maybe come up on your fingertips here. And just start to play around with that left knee, extending and bending. So the hips and shoulders are still facing forward. We're just finding something nice and a little bit stretchy in the back of the left leg, but no pain or strain, of course. And we wouldn't want to lock it ever. So once you find a nice extension in the left knee, as straight as you like it to be, you're going to walk your right hand close to your left foot. Now you can have your hand on the floor. You can have it on your shin, your ankle. It's really whatever you like best, okay? But do adjust and fidget until it feels just right. And then when you've got it just right for you, you're going to reach that left hand up and start to twist and look over to the left, okay? I'll spin around to face you here. But we are in the same place. A revolved triangle, okay? Facing to the left. So give yourself some time to settle in. It takes time for your body and your brain to kind of coordinate. So give them time. But once you feel good, push your legs down into the floor. Okay, make your foundation strong. Pull those knees inward toward each other. The hips are still facing the front of your space. Your shoulders are now facing the left side of your space. Maybe close your eyes for a fun little balance challenge. Ooh, it's wobbly. Breathe. Let this twist not only recalibrate, but detoxify and massage your entire torso. Powerful, powerful, powerful twist. Okay, stay with me, keep breathing. Put some deep bend in the front knee, deep bending here. Take the right fingers on a little walk forward about 12 inches and start to experiment with launching the back leg. It may take a few launches and that's okay, okay? Greatness doesn't happen all at once and you can rest that back foot on the floor at any time. But at some point, if you do launch that back leg, make the back leg long and strong, make the supporting leg very bendy and forgiving. You can bend it as much as you need to. Breathing here, facing to the left, 3 breaths, we can do it. Two breaths. Strong, lifted right leg. One more breath. Amazing work. Take your time. Come down slowly with the back foot. Come down slowly with the top hand. 3-leg dog on your inhale. Left leg stretches up into the sky. We did it. Exhale, drop that left foot, downward facing dog. Okay, one more optional vinyasa. Here we go. Inhale to your plank. Exhale to your hands, fold it, hug your legs. Inhale, straight up to your chair squat. Come on up, come on in, deep or shallow chair squat. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, back to center, drop lower. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, back and lower. Exhale, fold it. Palms are down. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last downward facing dog of this practice. Just want to come in and feel it for a few breaths. Notice the difference in your legs. See if you can really draw the heels downward and maybe even think of lifting your toes, lifting your kneecaps. Breathing here. Push the floor down with your hands and pull those elbows inward. Okay, should be feeling totally different in this down dog than when we started. As you are ready, say goodbye to this down dog. We're gonna walk to the hands, take a walk all the way to your hands. And just fold. You can bend your knees a lot here. Maybe grab your elbows behind your knees, kind of grabbing and hugging your legs. And if you like, you can kind of slide your elbows down towards your ankles, only extending your knees as much as feels good. Nice breath here. We really worked your legs today. Excellent work. Okay, as you are ready, we're coming all the way down. So you can take your fingertips to the floor, bend your knees, and come to a seat. Shake the legs out. Okay, so now we've gotten our meat and potatoes of the practice. Now we get to stretch a little bit. So we're gonna take a half straddle. So you can come sideways on your mat or in your space. We're gonna tuck the left heel in very close to your hips so that your left knee points over to the left and your right leg is gonna be nice and long, pointing over to the right. So it's like a straddle shape, but one of your legs is bent. Okay, if you feel any tension in the back of the right leg and you want to kind of ease that up, you just bend your right knee a good bit and pick it up. And it also should make it easier to sit up straight. If it's hard to sit up here, just bend that right knee, okay? From here, a big side stretch is going to feel great. Take your right hand to your left hip and your left arm up. Okay, notice when the left hand comes up, it's very tempting to squinch the shoulder up, but I want you to do the opposite and draw the shoulder downward as the arm comes up. Notice how good that feels in the shoulder. Okay, grab on tight to your left hip with your right hand and take several breaths. Think of reaching rather than leaning over to the right. Reach and breathe. And reach a little more and breathe a little more. There's no rush. Okay, notice how the left hip kind of wants to come up off of the floor. Do your best, be firm with it. Keep it down on the floor. Okay, once you've spent a few breaths just reaching out to the right, we have options. Here's what our options are. We can drop the right elbow onto the right thigh. It's a nice little supporting column, okay? We're gonna cactus the left arm and start to peel that left armpit open, looking up at the ceiling maybe, okay? If we feel fine here, we can take the right elbow to the floor inside the right knee, okay? Breathing here, make sure that left hip is still on the floor. Okay, so tempting here to face downward toward the floor with the shoulders. Do your best to spiral them up toward the ceiling. Breathing into that left side. Okay, bringing fresh oxygen and cleaning out all those tissues on the left side of your back and your torso. One more big breath here. Okay, come out using your left fingers on the floor to push yourself up. Okay, give yourself a little help. We're gonna take this left knee and pick it up. Okay, and squeeze it towards your chest. Okay, squeeze it in so much that you could pick up the left foot and take it all the way to the other side of the right leg. Okay, and keep using both arms here. Squeeze that left knee in towards your chest. Do your best to sit up really nice and tall. Should feel good on the whole outside of the left hip to do this. Okay, and then once that hip has kind of softened up a little bit, you're going to use just the right arm to hold the left leg. That left arm is going to come all the way behind you. Use the fingertips just behind your hips to make yourself extra tall as you look over that left shoulder. We're just going to breathe here. Big inhales and big exhales. If the twist feels extra nice today and you want a little bit more twistiness in it, you can take your right elbow outside the left knee and use it to deepen your twist. How about one more breath here? Okay, as you're ready, you can untwist yourself. We're gonna unhook this left leg. Okay, stretch it out all the way to the left here. We're switching sides. So we'll bring the right foot in here, tuck it in close to your hips. Okay, nice and close for a half straddle. So the right knee is pointing to the right, the left leg's pointing to the left, okay? And again, if the left leg has any tension in it or if it's hard to sit up straight, we're just gonna put a little bend in the left knee. It's totally fine, okay? Let's take the left hand to the right hip, grab onto it like a handle, and reach the right arm up. Remember, the arm goes up, the shoulder goes down. Keep that right hip grounded and take several breaths to reach to the left. There's no rush. Starting to open up that right side and bring some fresh circulation into those muscles and those tissues. Remember to keep your neck long. It's kind of tempting. The shoulders really want to move up by the ears. You have to work a little extra to keep them down. Okay, once you've spent a little time just opening up the right side, here are our options. We can take the left elbow to the left thigh as we cactus the right arm and start to maybe look up at the ceiling. We want to think of peeling the whole right side of the chest and torso up and open. Okay, we can also take the left elbow to the floor inside the left knee, just depending on what feels better. Breathing here, push that right hip down. Maybe one more big breath here, opening up that whole entire right side from the hip all the way up to the back of your neck. Okay, use your right fingers to push yourself up and give yourself a little boost. Push it up. Now we're gonna pick the right knee up and hug it in. Okay, squish it into your heart. And then take the right foot to the other side of the left leg. So making a little twist here. Use both arms to squeeze that heart in towards your chest. Okay, just giving that right hip a little time to let go on the outside of the hip and on the inner hip crease. And then once it feels like it's let go a little bit, you can use the left arm just to hold the right leg. The right hand can spin behind you. Use your fingertips to push down and make yourself extra tall as you twist. And breathe. Okay, maybe you want a little extra twist here. You take the left elbow outside the right knee. Twist a little further. One more breath here, letting that body cool down properly. Okay, spin it back to center here. You can extend both legs straight out in front of you. Maybe shake them out. It is time for us to rest, and we earned it. So maybe reaching forward here as kind of a counterweight. We're going to curl the tailbone forward and roll down slowly. Okay, once you land, find your resting posture. Okay, Shavasana. Hands and feet flopping upward and open. Maybe a little tuck in your chin. And give yourself some time just to slow everything down. Let the breath and the body just become effortless and soft. And let your awareness rest in this moment. You might notice thoughts of the past or the future. And it's okay to just notice those and bring your awareness back to what's happening now. Tune into sensations. Please rest like this for as long as you can. The longer, the better. This is where I'll leave you for our practice today. Thanks so much for joining me.